Good day and welcome again to the garage. We're going to get into town and find out what car we can get even at 1 million naira. And so that is why I'm getting ready this early morning to move out right now, and I'll be on my way. So come along and let's see what we can get. And so we are now at a car lot and we're about to check for any car that will fall between our range of 1 million. But what we are looking at around here is not looking very much like it, but all the same, we are going to check what we have on here. And right in where I'm standing, there are two cars here. This one is the one called the Toyota Camry. And one thing about this Toyota is that it can have its own normal engine, and it can have the engine that comes with the 2007 model of the Toyota Camry as well. But in Nigeria, we have our own colloquial ways of naming our cars. For example, now we call this one, some call it Big Daddy, some call it Big Fool, some call it Big for Nothing. Anything big about it, this is the car they're talking about. And this is the 2006 model of it, and you will see the kind of headlamps it has and the mesh in front of it. The grille as the way it has been designed. That's how you would know that it is a 2006 model of the Toyota Camry. The next one to it and the one to my left right here are the same 2007 Lexus ES350. The interesting thing about this car is that Toyota has made it a very good point of duty to make it to have the same engine with several other cars, and that's one good thing about Toyota. What they do is that they match the same engines with several cars, whether SUVs or normal family sedans, and they don't care about it. But the engine under that car, the engine under the bonnet of that car is the V6 3.5 liter 272 horsepower engine down there. It is the same thing you find in this Lexus as well, the same thing you find in the RX 350, the same thing you find in the Toyota Avalon, the same engine you find in the Highlander, and the same engine you find in the Toyota Venza. Every one of them with their V6 versions, and also even the Camry 2007 to 9 that has the V6 option as well. The same engine you find in them. I want to say, what is wrong with Toyota? Why can't they be more creative, giving us better options or different options of engines? But that is actually the game, because if one person can fix one car, it can fix every other one, and that is one good thing that makes people fall in love with Toyota. Not because they are too beautiful or they are too good, but they are making life simple for us. So this is a Toyota Camry 2007 model. It's the same body that goes on to 2011, but some little changes are in 2010 and 11. And it is the same one that we saw on the other side after the Lexus over there. And that is the Toyota Camry. If it's a family sedan you want, and something that is mid-size is what you want, a little bit more spacious than the compact cars, like the Toyota Corolla right beside me here. This one comes with an inline 4-cylinder engine, and it's a compact Toyota Corolla. And actually the Toyota Corolla is actually known to be called the ultimate in fuel economy and every other kind of economy you may think of. But this actual one here is a sports edition of the Toyota Corolla, and the difference between the sports edition and the ordinary one, which is the limited edition, is not really much. It's just the plastic spoilers all around it and on the back. Nothing special, nothing different. Then the material of the seat on the interior of the car is the higher quality, darker material that comes in that car, and that is a compact family sedan, which is actually a bit smaller than the mid-size sedan. And over there is the Lexus RX 350. This is the RX 350. It's the 2010 model, and the engine underneath the bonnet is a V6 3.5 liter engine that comes with 275 horsepower, which is 5 horsepower more than the previous one. That was the same engine that we had in the Toyota Venza as well, but the new Toyota Venza also comes with the same engine under this one, and also a few other cars in that one. But this is a family SUV. If it's something fast, you want something comfortable, a little higher from the ground, and you need something that will feel good when you go into the midst of your friends, when you're going for parties, having function and all that. This is one vehicle that you can have, but also this is quite expensive. Something in the area of 6 million, that is far away from the 1 million that we're looking at. We'll still try to see some other ones around, but definitely even the Corolla that we spoke about before this one is still a bit beyond, it's even much more. It's more than 2 times the 1 million bracket that we're looking for. So let's move ahead and see the next car that we have behind here. So this is the Nissan Pathfinder. Comes with a 3.5 liter engine as well. a bit thirsty. And the other one over there, we don't really want to talk about it, even though it's a Toyota Sequoia that comes with a V8 engine and a 4.7 liter one at that. Very properly thirsty, and that is why a lot of people try to avoid it because of the kind of fuel it consumes and the size of it as well. This is also a Ford Edge. This is 2011 Ford Edge, the limited edition of it. Very nice car, not too big, not too small, has a leather interior and some other functions on the inside of it, but then it's still way beyond our budget for today. And the next one to it is the Acura MDX, also a very sizable luxury SUV in the same class as the Ford Edge as well. Not too big, it's a mid-size SUV. It is also leather interior, very lovely car, a bit thirsty as well, a V6 engine also on the inside of it, but it's still way beyond, it's even beyond 2 million, beyond 3 million, a bit expensive, much more than what you're actually looking for. Then we're going to move ahead from that because the next one there is a Toyota Highlander. It's wine color, beautiful. That should be the 2004 model of it, and it has 3 rows. Even the interior is fabric. This one is not limited, but there's a limited edition of it. The engine inside this Toyota Highlander is the same engine you find in the Toyota Sienna, and that is the way Toyota just mixes it up. And some of the other Avalons, to the older Avalons, have the same engine on them, inside them. But a lot of people like to go for this vehicle, even though it's not very beautiful as it were, because it is economical. Talking about the vehicles or the SUVs in the range, talking of the Ford Edge, talking of the Acura MDX, talking of the Toyota Highlander themselves, all of them are mid-size SUVs. They are bigger than the RAV4 as it were. But that car is fairly economical in use for fuel and for tire as compared to every other one, but not very beautiful. And so we'll be moving ahead to the next one over there. After the Highlander is this sport edition of the Toyota Camry. We've seen some of those Toyota Camrys in front. This is the same generation that moves from 2007 to 2011, but this one here is a 2009 model of it, and it's a sport edition. Very beautiful. You can see all these spoilers all around it, on the side of it, on the rear, on the bumpers, and the lower part of the bumper in front, and a little bit of a spoiler on the boot as well. That is the sport edition of the Toyota Camry. The interior is a little bit much more darker, more beautiful than that of the LE, even though the XLE as well is also very beautiful because you get all those Formica platings on the inside of it, and you get the leather interior. This is fabric interior, but the high quality dark material fabric interior is what you have in this one. The next one there is a Toyota Avalon, and that Avalon is what we're talking about, carries the same engine with the Lexus ES350, the one right here. The same engine in the Toyota Venza, the same engine in the Toyota Highlander, and so that's the Avalon 2007 model. It comes from 2005 and a bit higher than that, but that car also is very spacious because it's a full-size sedan of the Toyota brand. Because when you're talking of size, you talk of the compact, the mid-size, and the full-size family sedans. No, the compact was the Toyota Corolla we talked about. That is the red or wine-colored Toyota Corolla we talked about before now. And this mid-size is the Toyota Camry, and the full-size is the Toyota Avalon. So it's properly spacious on the inside of that car, and the boot as well has enough space on it. And because it can do a lot of speed, the tires are actually highly rated. You have something in the range of the T rating. And if you want to know about the rating of tires and the ones that fit to your car and the maximum speed it can do, you can check on our website at www.thegarageng.com for all those informations about your load and every other one. And there are several informations about tires as well. But after the Avalon is the Toyota Camry that we have talked about. But the one we talked about before was the 2005 model and 2006 model. They were the ones that have those beautiful front lights, and the rear lights of them, you have the amber light in front, that is the pointer. Then you now have the brake light and the parking light in the middle, and the white reverse light be underneath it. But the one on this one is a bit different, less beautiful as compared to this one. And that one is the 2002 model of the Toyota Camry, even though they come with the same engines. That's if it's they are coming with the engine that comes with this kind of muscle Camry, as we call them in Nigeria. Because like I said before, we have ways of naming our own vehicles in their colloquial ways in Nigeria. You know, you have that particular Honda, they called it Pure Water, then some people called it Honda Hala, depending on where you are. And there was one they called Bullet, that was the 92, 93 Honda Accord. There was one they called Baby Boy, that was the 98, 97, 96 model of the Honda Accord. And you also have the one they call Anaconda, that is the one in 2010, 11 and 12. We have ways of naming our own vehicles.